going to tell you about the scariest night of my life. I wasn't drunk, I wasn't high, I wasn't sleep deprived. I was just driving home from a friend's place. That's it. Nothing special. We watched a film, had a laugh, and said goodnight like it was any other Saturday. It was just past midnight. The roads were quiet. I took the back lanes out of habit. Less traffic, fewer speed cameras, and I also liked the peace. About 10 minutes in, I noticed it. First came the smell. Not strong, not at first. Just a stale edge to the air. The kind that makes you wrinkle your nose and wind the window down a bit. I don't smoke, never have, but it was cigarette smoke. Old, cheap, burnt into fabric. It clung. I figured it must be outside, someone burning rubbish nearby, or maybe another car. But the smell didn't fade as I drove. If anything, it got stronger. It had that particular bite, like the inside of an ashtray that hadn't been emptied in weeks. That's when something shifted in my stomach. The windows were closed. The vents were off. And I was alone in the car. Or at least, I thought I was. I glanced in the rearview mirror. Nothing. Just darkness behind the faint green glow of the dashboard. And then I saw it. Not clearly, just a flicker of motion at the edge of my vision. A slight movement in the shadows, like someone was adjusting their position in a seat. The kind of thing you convince yourself didn't happen. Reflex tells you it was your own movement, or the lights outside, or the road. Anything but what it really was. Then I heard it. A soft shuffle. Fabric brushing against fabric, like jeans sliding across a seat, followed by a very faint creak. Then came the weight. Not physical, not yet, just an awareness, like walking into a room and knowing someone's been crying, even though no one says a word. The car felt occupied by someone other than me. I checked the mirror again. Just darkness. But in my peripheral vision, I saw it. A slight movement. The kind of shift you make when you're adjusting your seat. I told myself I imagined it. But then I heard it. A creak. A shuffle. Something. Someone repositioning. That was the moment I knew I wasn't alone. There was definitely someone in the back seat. I nearly swerved off the road. My whole body tensed. My hands locked on the wheel. My mouth went dry. I didn't turn around. I couldn't. Something primal inside me said, "Don't look," like it knew that looking would make it real. So I just kept driving, thinking of the best way to deal with the situation smartly. The road ahead was long and lined with trees. There were no houses, no streetlights, no turn-offs, just blackness and the faint hum of my engine. Stopping didn't feel like an option. What was I supposed to do? Pull over and check the back seat? Walk into the woods and hope for the best? If there was someone or something in the car with me, I didn't stand a chance alone. I needed lights, people, somewhere with CCTV maybe, a petrol station, a 24-hour shop, anywhere that wasn't in the middle of nowhere. I checked the mirror again, still nothing, but the smell was stronger now, and the air felt wrong, like the pressure had shifted. You know when you walk into a room after people have been arguing, and you can just feel it hanging in the air, like a heavy echo? That's what it felt like. That was the car. I tapped the screen on my phone. I still had signal. My fingers hovered momentarily, and then it rang. Mum. I answered. "Hey," I said, keeping my voice steady.
"Oh, good. Just checking you're still alive. It's late,"
she said. "Yeah, I'm heading home now," I told her, again, trying to keep calm, keep my voice steady.
"Okay, just don't speed, all right? Those roads are really dodgy at night,"
Mum said, completely unaware of the situation that I was in. Her voice felt comforting, familiar, but I didn't tell her. I didn't tell her there was someone in the back. I didn't say. I was too terrified to even blink. Because if I said it out loud, if I named it, I was sure it would move, or speak, or lunge. Instead, I kept chatting, pretending everything was fine, like I wasn't being watched from 3 feet behind me. I don't remember what else we talked about. I just remember my voice shaking when I hung up, and the moment I did, the car went cold. I kept my eyes forward and my foot steady on the pedal. Every so often, I checked the mirror. Nothing. Just the soft glow of the dashboard echoing behind me. But the smell was sharp now, burned, lingering, like the inside of an old coat that had soaked up decades of cheap smoke and regret. My skin prickled. My shoulder blades twitched like they were waiting for hands. And then I heard breathing. In, out. In, out. Slow, and not mine. It was shallow, ragged, like someone trying not to be noticed. That was the moment I realized something truly awful. Whoever, whatever, was in the car wasn't a kidnapper or a mugger. It was riding with me. It was a passenger. And the scariest part, it was patient. I don't know how I didn't crash, but after what felt like a lifetime of tree-lined horror, I saw it, just ahead, glowing like a lighthouse through the dark. A petrol station. A single canopy, empty forecourt, shop still open, neon strip flickering. I pulled in hard, brakes screeched. I nearly clipped the corner of the pump. I didn't turn off the engine and didn't look back, just flung the door open and bolted inside. The bell above the door chimed. The cashier, a guy in his 50s with a tired face and a sandwich in one hand, looked up. "You all right?" he asked. I couldn't speak at first. My chest was tight. My hands were shaking. There's someone in my car, I managed. He squinted at me. Someone? I nodded. In the back seat. I think they've been there the whole drive, but I didn't pick anyone up, I swear. But I could smell them, hear them. They were there. I know they were there, in the back seat. To his credit, he didn't laugh. He just put the sandwich down and came out from behind the counter. You call the police? He asked. No, I just needed lights, people. That's why I've pulled in here. A guy who'd been browsing near the drinks fridge, mid-20s, hoodie, earphones around his neck, joined us outside, said he'd helped look. We approached the car together. My headlights were still on, the engine was still running, driver door hanging open. I hovered back, let them check. They opened the back doors, shone their phone torches inside. Nothing. Back seats empty. No smell now, no sound, no presence. Just silence and fabric. They looked at me, unsure. Are you sure you didn't just nod off a bit, drift off and dream something weird? The guy in the hoodie asked, trying to be kind. I shook my head. No, I was wide awake, I swear it. There was someone there. I climbed back in slowly, checking every corner. There was nothing. It felt normal now, like it always had. Just a car, just my car. I asked the cashier if he had CCTV, and he nodded. Back inside, we rewound the footage. I watched myself pull in, brake hard, open the door. No one else got out. No door moved, but mine. No shape in the back. No sign of life. I left with a free coffee I didn't ask for. Said thanks, laughed awkwardly, tried to make a joke, tried to believe I'd imagined it. Just a stress response, right? That's what I told myself. Until I got back in the car, and the second the door shut behind me, I felt it again. Heavier this time. The air was thick, colder. I didn't check the back seat. I just started driving. This time, the smell was immediate. Old smoke, bitter. Like someone had lit one up just before I got in. Like it knew I'd tried to escape. And now, it was closer. The roads were quieter now. No passing cars, no headlights behind me. Just a dark ribbon of tarmac, stretching endlessly ahead, flanked by hedgerows and trees that leaned in like they were listening. The coffee sat untouched in the cup holder. My hands trembled too much to drink it. I told myself I'd imagined it all, that the mind can trick you when you're tired, that stress does things, that I'd read one too many horror stories online. Slowly, the air thickened further. The seat groaned. I didn't turn. I just drove, faster now, mile after mile. But then I felt it, the breath, on my neck. Just once, warm, damp, close. I slammed on the brakes. The car skidded to a stop in the middle of the road. Gravel spat out from the tires. I didn't turn around. I couldn't. I just stared into the steering wheel, heart hammering in my chest. Seconds passed. Then minutes. Silence. The only sound was the soft ticking of the cooling engine. Slowly, So slowly, I turned my head towards the back seat. Empty. But the air wasn't empty. It pressed around me, thick, electric, like the space was occupied by something that didn't want to be seen. I hit the accelerator. The car leapt forward, tires screeching again as I tore down the lane. Home. That was the only word in my head now. Home. Get home. Lock the door. Shower this off. Wake up tomorrow and laugh about it. Never tell anyone. I turned onto the main road. Just a few miles more. I gritted my teeth. Then the seatbelt suddenly clicked tighter across my chest, all on its own. The smell of smoke was choking now. I passed a sign, 3 miles to home, almost there. Then I saw it, a figure in the road. I swerved, no contact, no crash, but the car spun, screamed, slid, and then everything went black. I woke up, still in the seat. Car tilted, front end buried in the ditch. Steam hissed from under the bonnet. I was bleeding from my forehead, dizzy. Then I heard it, breathing, slow, steady, close. I turned toward the rearview mirror. He was there, in the back seat, smiling. His skin was pale and tight, teeth yellow, eyes full of something that wasn't alive. He wore a faded coat, smoke curled off his collar. Between his fingers, a lit cigarette. He raised it, took a drag, stared straight into my eyes, boring into my soul. And then, in my mum's voice, he whispered,
"You should never have looked back."
I screamed. I fought the seatbelt, but it tightened. He leaned forward, breath like ash and rot. And he said,
"You let me in. Now you belong to me."
They found the car the next morning. Crashed, locked, no one inside. Keys in the ignition, phone on the floor. A single fingerprint on the rearview mirror, charred, and in the back seat, a tooth, still warm. The officer who filed the report said the car felt off, like someone had just been there. One of them swore that as he approached the car, he saw a shape through the rear window. A man, thin, pale. But when he looked properly, when he got closer, there was nothing there. They never found me. No body, no trail, just tire marks and theories. Some say I ran off, cracked under pressure. Others think I staged it, left my life behind. But that's not what happened. I didn't leave. It took me. So, if you're driving alone late at night, and the smell of old cigarettes fills your car, if you hear breathing behind you, or the seat creaks when there's no one there, or if your car begins to feel occupied by someone other than you, if the air changes, if you feel a presence in the back seat, don't stop, don't speak, don't look back, and for God's sake, don't let it know that you know.